Okay, starting off. We've got the guitar on. Got the guitar on clean. On these two pickups, it helps if you've got a Strat, because we're going to be doing some funky rhythms. Now, I think it was Vic Elmes. Like in the first season, Vic Elmes was like associate music producer, and he was responsible for most of the funky sounds in it. And there's a story called "Ring Around the Moon," which he was asked to do the music. I got some of this from the Gerry Anderson podcast. If you ever listen to that, they can be quite entertaining. But the thing was that even though he was like a sort of quite a good guitarist, he couldn't read music and he didn't know how to conduct. And suddenly he's faced with this problem of like, oh right, well there's an orchestra waiting there and they're going to record some incidental music for this story. What have you got? And so he was just jamming away. He said, all right, well let's just jam on it. And of course they're all like classically trained, like violinists and if you ever seen that Deep Purple Concerto for Group and Orchestra, where you've got all these sort of odd glances. So you can imagine a similar kind of thing. So that was I mean, if you actually listen to that episode, some of the music in it is sort of quite interesting. But like, so like play like a C minor chord here. Now I'm using this Seven Deadly Sins, but I've got a feeling that somebody like Vic would have been using a Neutron, which is like it's one of the first envelope filters. I mean, you could use a wah, but I think your foot's going to fall off if you keep doing that. So, but like an auto wah or an envelope filter. Now, the way I've got it set up, it can get a bit harsh. It might blow your ears out. So, I'm using a compressor, using a Dynacomp, good old Dynacomp, and that sort of stabilises it. It also gives us a bit of volume boost, because we can go. Yeah, we're almost there. We'll then put a phaser on. Yeah, it just means we get a bit more attack doing that, because we got like the attack coming from the envelope filter, which is then smoothed out by the compressor, but it's then going into swirly sounds from the phaser. Now, I mean, if you actually listen to it, there's like wild bass there as well. So I think I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. But there's an arrangement of the theme, and it's just I'll add a little bit of delay and reverb as well, just like so. In Ring Around the Moon, like Vic plays the theme like this. Yeah. Use the whammy as well. Now that's all well and good, but because I like in the main theme. There's obviously a bit of fuzz going on with that, but like some of these strumming patterns. I mean, even in the second series, there's some similar in like some of the incidental music. There's some similar strumming patterns. They're very simple, but you got to. The danger is to try and avoid overplaying, because we just like just. Yeah, I mean, like, nobody seems to play like that these days. It's almost, you know, like, imagine like those skanking rhythms from reggae. But just sort of like... Yeah. So moving on, right. I'll turn off the envelope filter and the compressor. Just going to change guitars. Now, I've been doing various experiments. And I think that the main theme was actually done using a Les Paul. For that, I mean, using an Octo-fuzz. So I've turned the wire off, turned the compressor off, left the phaser on. Yeah. Because and I put the fuzz on. Yeah, that's all there is to it. I mean, the trick with that, I think, is to back the actual octave boost off a little bit, but it just gives you that fuzziness. Yeah, and then just moving on a little bit, in season 2. There's an episode called One Moment of Humanity, which is like supposedly loosely based on Othello. The idea is that there's these androids and they can do everything apart from experience love and hate. So they need the Alphans to help them learn these emotions, you see. And the idea is to try and make John Koenig, the commander, try to make him jealous by seducing his girlfriend, Dr. Russell. So they do this really camp dance. There's no other word for it, and it's just the most outrageous thing you've ever heard. But the actual theme, it's got along the lines of. And so on and so on, and then like the bongos come in, and then there's this most outrageous saxophone, but it's done with like electric piano, like fuzz guitar, electric piano, with some interesting jazz voices there. And as I say, there's this outrageous tenor saxophone solo in it, and of course the androids do make John Koenig jealous, and then there's a whole one moment of humanity when they actually learn what it means to be human and all that sort of thing. So yeah, so I hope that was some fun. If you've got some other ideas, like other themes from Space 1999, or some other TV shows that you might think, yeah, that would make a good video, do jot them down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.